AQ's Blog and Grill.
What's happening in terms of innovating customer experience as we know it, what we're going to see in the future?
We're starting to ask the question, if it is in the natural tendency of a corporation economically to internalize profits and externalize costs, is there an opportunity to look at the externalization of costs by an organization as a customer experience challenge and an opportunity to innovate in customer experience? So let me give you an example. Right. When the car was first introduced, there was a hand crank, and it was necessary to start the car by means of a hand crank. Now, what this did was it required that the customer have somebody to crank that starter in order for the driver to get along the way and drive. Right. And so the marketplace for cars was to some degree constrained by, the availability of that, robust labor source to get that car started. Right. But the cost of having to start that car by means of physical labor was, in a way, you could frame it as a cost that was externalized to the consumer. Now, when the car with the electric starter came along, this cost got re-internalized by the manufacturer, and the customer experience changed. And as a result, the car market expanded. Now, this is an example from the history of marketing, but if we start to think about this broad tendency of organizations to externalize, and we think about the re-internalization of costs that are borne by consumers, that idea starts to line up very well with Drucker's idea that, innovation is about adding another dimension to performance. And it starts to line up, I think, with the concept of customer experience, where, getting a better understanding, not just of what customers love about your product or about your brand, but getting an understanding of what their frustrations and their constraints, their unstated needs that are still unaddressed by an industry might be. And I think, this language about externalization is clearly, developed in the sustainability and ecological movement. I think it's relevant there. I think that may be one of the places where corporations can start building better customer experiences, thinking about environmental impacts of their products, packaging and so on. Right. But I think it's a broader concept that could have to do with, experience design. It could do with, applications and digital experiences that better anticipate hurdles that people are going to have to go over. And, the skillful navigators of the customer experience movement, I think, find those things that are of particular interest to the customer that have not yet really been discerned by their competitors. Right. And build a strong enough case internally that there is a way, leveraging the technology available, strategic partnerships, business model innovation, whatever, to address those deeper customer needs, do it before the competitors get there, and do it in a way that, makes the organization more successful, not less.
Exactly.
AQ's Blog and Grill.